Bloom Group is the organisation which does all the planting around the town, and this year there's been a phenomenal amount of work carried out with a major project at the Memorial Gardens, which has taken hundreds and hundreds of hours of community volunteer time. And we've also done other projects such as the bike wheel, the seawall where we're sat now, and all this activity is generated by volunteers both in the Bloom Group and beyond the Bloom Group, who are making magnificent efforts to improve Barnoldswick, make it look brighter and more beautiful. Beyond that, we've got an amazing number of people who, in their own time, in their own way, carry out litter picking, ensuring that Barnoldswick is somewhere that everybody can be proud of, that it's litter-free and looking magnificent throughout the year. And all that work has been generated through a lot of Facebook initiatives and getting people on board. And at times we've had as many as 100 people who have turned out to do all this work. So we're really excited. We've got the Britain in Bloom finals. We're competing against places like Falmouth, Henley-on-Thames and Tewkesbury. And we're really in the big league as far as all that's concerned. And we just wanted to make Barnoldswick as bright and as blooming as possible. The seawall had several different influences in helping it come about in the first place. When we put the beach on during the summer, which is a fantastic event, the marquee's up for a period of some 6 weeks or more, and the people who sit on the benches at the back of the beach have said, oh well, it's all very well, but we just have a boring marquee wall to look at. So one of the factors was that we wanted to create something interesting for people who sit around the back of the square. And because we've been picking up quite a lot of plastic bottles from verges from the roadside, we thought, oh well, we could use that idea, adapt it to create a sea wall. And 576 bottles later, a lot of which have been litter picked, some of which came from our Bands on the Square activity when we were doing the waste management, and also donated bottles. We've put all that together, and with between 500 and 600 hours of community volunteer effort, that's created the absolutely excellent display that we've got, and people are enthusing about in our seawall, our Barnoldswick seawall this year. The seawall has been created, I mean, we grew over 2,000 plants ourselves, and we did that by planting out plugs on a market stall in the town square here, and we had tiny tots, we had older people, a whole generational range of people helping to plant up those plugs. And then some of the people who planted the plugs into punnets came along and planted up the plants from the punnets into the bottles, and they've seen that progression from tiny seedling through to flourishing mature plant. And each bottle has a little story of the people who've taken part in its production. So I hope all those people will come along and have a real glow of satisfaction at the part that they've played in making the seawall such a success. The Memorial Gardens is a project that we started actually 3 years ago in planning and preparation, consulting widely on what people would like to see. The gardens used to be a very derelict area, something that none of us were very proud of at all. And starting 3 years ago, and with the aim of making the Memorial Gardens a fit and proper place to commemorate the anniversary of the end of the Second World War, we set about raising funds, and through generous contributions from both the Borough of Pendle and Barnoldswick Town Council, raised £50,000 to undertake a hard landscaping rejuvenation, and then Barnoldswick Bloom has been directly involved with all the planning and the planting and the preparation over the last few months. That began last autumn with planting trees, when we had youngsters, volunteers from the local high school who came along and planted those things out. And we also have had community action days where, again, we've had babes in arms through to people in the 70s who have been busy preparing and planting out all those areas. And it has been a transformation. We've ripped up concrete and put in plants, and I think that is a credit to, again, all those people who have played a part in that transformation. Absolutely fantastic, and something that Barnoldswick can be proud of for years to come. We have loads of wildlife in that area, your bees, your hoverflies, lots of other things, and the plants that have been chosen have been particularly picked so that they're appropriate for pollinators. There was an existing ivy wall in the Memorial Gardens, which we've kept, and we've supplemented that planting so that there's a range of food available for pollinators for as long a season as possible. So biodiversity, encouraging wildlife, an important part of our work. We've created a new bed, which we call the bike wheel bed, at the junction of Fernley Avenue and Skipton Road. That was a rose bed which had seen better days, and although it was on a very prominent corner, didn't really do very much for the street scene. So we created a revamped bed by using railway sleepers at the back to raise the back to create a sloping bed, and we created a bike wheel with flowers, which is a reference to the Tour of Britain coming through Barnoldswick in September. The sleepers refer back to the previous use of that land when it was part of the railway goods sidings for the railway line that terminated in Barnoldswick. So by using those materials we're referring back to the past, and by using the display, which is based on the shape of a bike wheel, we're looking to a major event that's coming through Barnoldswick this year. Local schools are involved in lots of different ways. We do, and have done for the last 3 years, a school planter project where we have pop-up planters that we take to schools in the spring. They plant them up, and they're displayed throughout the summer in the town centre. And this year we've had an industry theme where local companies, Rolls-Royce, Silent Night, Hope Technology and Essie have all been involved in helping to provide artefacts, and we've got the school planters on display. But beyond that, the schools have now embraced the Bloom initiative in a big way, with plenty of planting within schools. Gisborne Road School have created an outside area with a series of planters. So the schools are deeply involved with that. And also they've been helping with some of the community planting initiatives, where we've got areas like Cornmill Place, where the residents, Barnoldswick Bloom, have worked together to bring areas into cultivation, and the schools have turned out to help with those efforts. Growing band of people who, since an initiative in January, have gone out litter picking on a regular basis. We have regular community action days, community action weekends, but there is an elite core of litter pickers dubbed the Glitterati, who are devoted to this task, and through the Town Council providing funding for litter pickers and all the bags and all the paraphernalia have really got that going now. The glitterati, as they are known, are the preeminent people helping to make sure that our public spaces, our verges and all the streets are litter free and looking impeccable. In spring, at the end of May, we have a 3-day music festival in Barnoldswick. It's quite a major event, attracts thousands and thousands of people. And Barnoldswick Bloom has taken over the waste management, and between us we collected, I think it was about 25 cubic metres of waste, which we sorted out and recycled, and about half of that volume of waste was actually recycled, with the bottles, the cans and the plastic going for recycling. With that, we collected money at the Bands on the Square event, and we collected £2,500, over 2,500, which is going to go to the Bloom funds. So a fantastic effort, great weekend, lovely music, and Bloom playing its part in looking after the rubbish and recycling it all. In February, we've got the February Feast, Love Barnoldswick event, where again, we had a quirky vegetable orchestra this year. We got local company Premier Polytunnels to put up a polytunnel on the town square for the day. Our floral success, I think, has been pivotal in making Barnoldswick the town that it is today. I think that the sense of community pride has enhanced the look of the town enormously, and visitors recognise that. They're coming along, they're seeing the work that's put in, they're seeing the attractiveness of the town, and they're seeing the transformation that's taking place. Last year, the floral features of Barnoldswick helped the town win a Great British High Street Award, and that's something that we can nail to the mast, and that attracts more people. They come along and say, oh, well, what's happening in Barnoldswick? And so the bustle, the vitality, the busyness of the town centre is underpinned and aided by all that those floral focal points that we've created. I think we always aimed for excellence, and I think we aimed for perfection. I'm not saying we achieved that, but this year we've just engaged so many more people. Literally with hundreds of people being involved in the different clean-up campaigns and ensuring that the town is looking really colourful and bright. I think it's that community engagement, it's that getting people involved. And during the beach, we're asking people for the donations. We're aiming for that £10,000 in donations, and we've got hundreds and hundreds of people who are involved in a little way, in a large way, and helping to make Barnoldswick brighter, better and more beautiful. In the future, we're looking to adopt the Leeds and Liverpool Canal through Barnoldswick. It's something that celebrates its 200th anniversary next year in 2016, and we're hoping to begin a major scheme with the £10,000 that we're raising this year to enhance the canal as it comes through Barnoldswick, and particularly at Greenberfield Locks. It's a glint in our eye, but one of the areas that we'd like to look at is creating a nature reserve on the line of the old canal where it flows past Greenberfield, and hopefully that's something that we can achieve in the next couple of years. So great plans for the future, and maintaining everything that we've done in the past and keeping everything as tip-top as we possibly can. In general, if people haven't been to Barnoldswick, I'd say come and visit Barnoldswick. There's just so much going on. The area is so quirky, friendly, and full of life and vitality. Get yourself to Barnoldswick, have a look what we've got, you'll love it, you won't want to leave, and you'll want to live here.